Hello guys, and welcome to episode 12 of this awesome, excellent Let's Play of Civ 5, The Huge Earth with Russia. Now last time, Siam and Persia made peace, so I think the only active war going on is Arabia trying to fend off the Zulu and the Ethiopians. Now, holy crap, that's a lot of cotton. Oh man. But as we saw, the Zulu have a foothold down here. In our last video, you saw us found 2 new cities, which are slowly growing. So I see no reason to just sit around and wait. So let's get on with this. Yeah, the city's going to grow pretty quickly because we have 2 workers making improvements here. So yeah, this city I think will pretty rapidly catch up with the others. I mean, rapidly is kind of a relative term in Civ terms, just because, well, you know, Civ is a long game. Now over here in the west, no, he's our friend. We've already fought him, but we have New France, which refuses to make a coastal city, as does Ethiopia. It's pretty interesting, the decision making of the AI not to put cities right on the coast. But I mean, even up here, the French, their only coastal city is right here. Well, no, they have 2. They have this one as well. Yeah, we were friends before, we'll be friends again. I don't see any reason not to do that. Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, sucks to be you, Almighty. The Mongols, of course, have a bonus when attacking city-states. However, given the positioning of this with a lake on one side and the hills on the other, it's going to take... There's a bottleneck on both sides with the troops getting in. Now, if you had artillery, you could set them up on this side, and then they wouldn't be able to do crap. You know, they'd be finished. But we're a long way from that, and even if we did have them, the AI would be too stupid to use them, to be quite frank. Alright, Odessa, you're going to go to Warsaw. Okay, that is your preferred location. Of course, we've already been there, already done that. I might be starting to buy some tiles here just to get some of these nice things hooked up. The salt's going to be hooked up on its own, but that marble might require some purchasing to get it connected. Alright, who got bigger? Novgorod got bigger. It's nice to see them doing well, of course, when this tile becomes active. In just 4 turns, that's probably going to be the #1 tile for the city. So you heal up. Aha! Found you. Knew I would. Okay, who's... Oh, that's the one we just found. Moscow has also grown. That's good. They're still not even working all the tiles that we have. And they're growing pretty fast, even though we do have 1 specialist in the university. And if you look up here, that will eventually lead us to getting a great scientist, although don't expect that to be anytime soon. Oh man, Polish settlers, 2 more of them. Poland wants to join the club of countries that have way too many cities, so where were you being sent? That's a good question. You were being sent somewhere, but your movement was blocked. Oh, no, you weren't. You were the one who got sent to somewhere randomly, and I prevented that from happening. Let's take a look around here. Things are generally... We don't generally need to build anything right now. So how about you just hang out right where you are, and you'll build whatever you need to next. Okay. Oh, upgrade, and then you can wait and hang out until until we need them. Just constantly peeking at our military, making sure it's at least reasonable. Oh yeah, Siam, what are you doing? Well, Siam decided to protect a whole lot of city-states. I guess it's going for its patronage. Yep, like it always does. So they're taking the role that Greece usually takes. Of course, Greece, with its one city, isn't going to be doing much other than just sitting there and stagnating for the rest of the game. Kind of feel bad. No, I don't. I can't lie. Alright. Well, we're once again Shinto in this city. We're going to be juggled around between all these religions for a very long time. Also, it would be a lot easier if this mountain wasn't here because the road could go through, but we have to go all the way around, which I guess is fine. Well, I might want to just go ahead and buy up all these tiles just to make sure they don't fall into Babylonian hands. Of course, they're probably too expensive for that, but it's an idea. If I ever have money that I don't need to spend. Of course, paying them 2 gold per turn for rite of passage if they won't do it normally is actually the easiest way to do it. I still don't know what the Poles are doing, because you'd think they would be attacking somebody with all these troops. But no, they're just walking around being weirdos. Okay. City has grown, and of course it's getting these 2 tiles. Reasonable. But they're going to be getting up there pretty quick. Alright, Alright, yeah, we don't have to care about that. But yeah, we're right on the edge when it comes to our happiness. Yay! It's gone, that encampment. It's saying to build roads. I mean, I guess we could build a road all the way through, but we're going to have a harbor done soon anyway. Oh look, this guy did have embankment because he's over here now, but he's nowhere near home still, so it's just pretty amusing. Alright, let's think about this for a second. You are working there. You're expanding in 3 turns. It takes it 4 turns to get there. We might as well send him there now, because when he gets there, he can work on that improvement. Alright, let's work on clearing out this encampment. If that were my spearman and his archer, that would be a very different fight. Okay, we've reached another Zulu city. So I doubt he's going to be getting very far up there. Just out of curiosity, how many... Let's see, we need 4 Colosseums and we need 2 markets. So actually, if we just build our last 2 markets, they're pretty high up, right? Oh, man. Okay. Maybe not. Alright. We want money, so... Markets, you're going to be moved up to very high priorities. Colosseums, I don't know. Because we definitely need... Oh, we've already built it there. Okay, good. But you, it's not even on the schedule for you. So let's actually bump that up soon. We'll put this after the market because we do want good stuff. Which is to say, we want the what is it called? I just had it up on the screen. Circus Maximus, because that's pretty good happiness, of course. So what are the cities that don't have it? St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg doesn't have it. That's an oversight. Well, you can build it after the watermill because you'll still get it before a lot of the smaller cities do. Then build a workshop. This city needs a lot of help. We can still raise the city amazingly. Although that would be quite the wasteful and stupid thing to do. It's kind of funny. Renaming the city St. Greek city. You know, only the fact that this exists, this little thing, reminds us that it was once called Sparta, and it was once a colony of the Greek people. But yeah, look at this. The Zulu are creeping up. 16 cities, man. They might be tense with the Ethiopians, but they are definitely digging their religion. But yeah, let's see. I was comparing. Oh yes, of course we'll re-up that. But there's 2 of each of theirs. There's 2 Shinto here, and there's 2 Eastern Orthodox there, so they're about evenly matched in their own local areas. Shinto, though, I think is a lot stronger. That's 24 pressure versus what? 20 pressure. It's a little stronger. But look at the native pressure. 60 versus 48. Ooh, Red Fort. That's going to make them hard to crack, because Ethiopia gets a bonus when it's fighting anyone who has more cities than them, and, well, the Zulu have 16 cities versus 7. So, yeah, that's not even going to be close. Alright, we are checking out the ocean here, or the Mediterranean Sea, I should say, and oh look, the Assyrians have finally refounded a 3rd city. That's the most useless pantheon ever, because the ancient era and the classical era are long gone, so no hope in that ever being realized. We're actually doing you a big favor, Mongolia, by securing your trade route, even though that's not our primary function. We wouldn't even need all those workers. I might consider returning it only if it's a city-state worker. But if it's not a city-state worker, there's no need to return it, because we're dicks like that. We keep what we want. Okay. No, we don't have any interest. He's our trading partner. Whoa, look at that. Look how many people are trading with us. The Babylonians have 2 trade routes, one going up to Yekaterinburg and to Tbilisi. So our 2 new cities also have the advantage of being trade centers for Babylon. So one trade route is going from here to there, and another trade route is going from their capital up to here. And if you notice, we're not getting any science from them, which means we have caught up to them. So that's pretty cool. All the other trade routes are what we expected. So I'm glad that my empire is seen as very trade-friendly. That war with the Greeks is so long ago now that not a single person remembers it. It's ancient history. I kind of wonder how far back Mr. 20, Mr. Player 20 is. Because without trade routes, without the security that not having yourself surrounded by barbs on all sides gives you. Oh, look at that, barbs. Well, they're not going to be, able to really attack that well. But they're not in last place. That would be our next door neighbors, the Byzantines. Of course. Oh, wow. Our production is actually 5th? I find that kind of hard to believe because our cities suck at production. Where's that gold? I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true. No, that's our production. It's 11th. That sounds more reasonable. But our GMP, our gold, 195. Yeah, that is our gold. 195 in total income. So, somehow, as much as we don't seem like we're rich, we are rich. Relatively speaking. The Persians are the richest. Oh my god, look at their money. Didn't I say the Persians were the Final boss. Greece is the worst. Wait, no. Only 24 gold per turn is being generated by Korea. And they're spending 39 by the looks of it because they have a there's minus 13. Of course, whenever that truffles deal ends, we're going to have to find another buyer just because they're not going to be able to afford to sell it to us anymore. Kind of sad, but oh well. Okay, you're going to get there in 5 turns. Let's spend some money, go over there, and give us a quarry. Which one's the one that gives good stuff for quarry? Let's take a look. I know it's there somewhere. It's not Islam. Is it Judaism? No. Is it Shinto? I swear, somebody has it. It's a pantheon belief, so let's sort by pantheon. Ah. Oh, it's the stupid Venetian pantheon. Who cares? Let's make sure it's not actually another pantheon. Nope. It's just the silly Venetian pantheon, which is fine and dandy for them, but of course, yeah. Catholicism is penetrating into Western Europe. London has flipped. Paris will flip soon. Barcelona will flip soon. These other cities will take a little bit longer, but that's alright. Just to check, because I'm continually curious about this. They're actually tied with Eastern Orthodoxy. Half of these cities or more are Zulu, which is pretty funny. But Judaism and Islam are bringing up the rear right now. But yeah, like I said before, it is a 3-religion game. And will probably remain so for the rest of the time. Yeah, of course. We'll have open borders. I see no reason for that bit of friendliness to cease. By the way, yeah, I'm suspecting there's at least, those are 7, actually, you know what, he probably has less than 7 cities. 1 or 2 of those is probably a city-state over there. But yeah, Hinduism, even when they are connected, I just don't see them being able to spread it to the old world at all. Just because, well, they're going to be so far behind. I mean, they have cathedrals. They have cheap missionaries. So, I mean, it's not a terrible religion, but just the position of the civilization means it's going to be pretty ineffective. And look at that. The Mongolians are now trading with us from here to there. Excuse me. So, gotta say, founding these cities have a lot of benefits. Hey, we discovered gunpowder. Good for us. Okay. Oh boy. Well, we're right here. Okay, so this is my goal. We are going to increase our military by 1 musket per city. And since we have 7 cities, yep, 7 cities, we're going to build 7 muskets. We're not going to build them all in Moscow. We're actually going to split them up. We're going to build 3 here. Oh, look at the armory. We'll build 2 before the armory, and then 1 after. And then Odessa. Actually, you know what? We're going to build 5 musketmen from Odessa. We're only going to build 2 from Moscow, and they'll be all after the armory. So we have a major arming of ourselves coming up here. And one of these days I'll just buy these 2 tiles to get that fish. In fact, you know, I feel... Why wait? 1, 2. Now you can build a workboat. Right after the lighthouse, and that will be... Actually, heck, build it before the lighthouse, and that will give us fish. That's our first sea resource. Come on, take it. Persia. No, you're not getting it back, Persia. You are way too powerful, and any advantage I can have to take from you, I am going to use. I mean, sorry if you think that's being a dick, Persia, but that's just the case. I mean, you're number 1 in crop yield. Almost double, actually more than double us. You're well more than double our gold. Double our land. You're probably double our population, although we can't tell. But yeah, we can see how many citizens they have, I think. 119. Is that the most? Because number 1 is China in terms of population, but they only have 64. It's because each one gives you more people. Like, the 19th person is more than the 18th, which is more than the 17th, and so on. But China has 3 big cities, whereas Persia has a very large empire of smaller cities, except for whatever reason, is a really large city, even though it's a pretty later city in terms of their history. All right, St. Petersburg is getting bigger. Gotta like it. Okay. And yes, build that farm. It's already being worked with that tile. So we're going to be doing well. We'll build that caravel soon. I'm looking forward to actually being able to get out into the ocean and see what's what. Our knowledge of the world is going to vastly increase. And who knows, we might even consider New World colonization, although it would take a minimum of 20 turns to get a settler to even the closest part of the New World. But then again, he was moving, the scout was moving 3 tiles in the water, so it might be like 15 or less. But such things we will have to wait on. Oh man. These silly, silly cities. Where are you going? I feel like these guys are just sort of wandering in circles around the empire here. So can't really say what they're up to. I love that the Mongols are trading with us. Makes me happy. One of Poland's land route is no longer going to us. Babylon. That's right. We almost forgot about you. Yes. But yeah, 3 science from England. They are ahead on techs. They have 28. They're even ahead of Ethiopia. Speaking of tech, ooh, can we get something good this time, please? Alright, our choices are printing press or printing press. Okay. Alright. Yeah, 10 turns of science for us. Ooh. Zoos, we can build zoos. Alright, you know what? I think because our happiness is in a pretty dire place, I think we actually need to build zoos in Moscow and Odessa. We'll worry about the other cities later. It's a lot of production, but it gives you 2 happiness, so. By the way, we gotta check up on our faith buildings, because, let's see. But yeah. No, down. Yeah, monasteries give us 2 happiness, and that's good. Mosques only give us 1. They give us more faith, though, so that's why I've been waiting on mosques, because the happiness is pretty important to us. But speaking of happiness, it's going to be a long time before we get anything good. Oh, you're going to attack Egypt? They're our friend. We're going to warn them. Yeah, get ready, Egypt. Keep in mind, though, that technological bonus, or that civilizational bonus that Ethiopia has towards bigger civs, doesn't count against smaller ones, so they're not going to have an advantage there. Okay, Mogadishu has gone to Siam, of course. Oh, look at that. Another Arab city is under assault, probably by the Zulu. Alright, well, we are exploring the lands that... Oh, you know what? Don't mind me, just walking over here, kinda. Yeah, I kind of doubt anything will happen, but, you know, gotta wonder. Alright. It's time to escort him all the way back. We're gonna have a lot of workers in that city, but then again, we'll probably move them on to somewhere else. Good. Good. Poland, how could you trade with anyone but me? It makes me sad. Even though all your other trade routes are still going towards me. But yeah, trade is very important. That's our biggest source of income right now. It's bigger than our city's outputs. But that's pretty normal. Mogadishu, oh yeah, no longer at war. Okay, let's keep our eye on Najran, or however you pronounce that. Because that city is almost certainly going to fall. I mean, just look at it after all. But yeah, the war against Arabia is the only war going on right now. Yeah, we're all friends. Why are you so off center? Were you always off center, or am I just going crazy? In Venice, will you ever buy a 3rd city? It looks unlikely. Poland and Venice have signed a research agreement. Well, that's good. If we have ever enough money, we can do it. Ethiopia and Portugal. You actually have money, Portugal? Oh yeah, you do. You're generating 58 a turn. Impressive. The Byzantium and Portugal are now friends. Well, I guess that makes sense. They're both friends with me, so all around we're happy. Yeah, a lot of sad little civs that don't really have too much hope, that are buddying up. Kind of cute in a way. Oh, speaking of friendship, our friendship with Byzantium has ended, but he'll be back. The worker didn't get captured. Very sad. Yeah, I guess they're smarter than we give them credit for sometimes. Alright. So, hey, look at our happiness just jumped. I think I know why. Arabia's... Wow, you're strange, Arabia. You have pledged to protect a city that just a couple short turns ago was at war with you. Now, I guess whatever was attacking Nahran has stopped, so maybe the city won't fall after all. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that this war has been going on for so long. Yet you're still off center. Maybe you always were. Maybe I'm just insane. Maria, I thought you were friends with Maria. Maria, that is the leader of Portugal. So, guess not. Oh, Almaty has been captured by Mongolia. We weren't even watching. But apparently, all that stuff that we said, they probably just crossed over and just entered in force. I mean, 19's already pretty low, but with a 40% modifier, that's more like 12. So yeah, push over. But then again, yeah, we're going to be friends. So Almaty is now a Mongolian state. I really hope the Okay, no, they're not mad at us by any means. They used to say they used to want lands that we had, but they don't seem to care anymore. Alright, St. Petersburg loves the king, and it's also turning Jewish slowly. You know, gotta love that. And let's see. Ooh. Okay, don't mind if I do. By the way, what order are we doing things here? Bank, zoo. You know what? The zoo can wait until after the lighthouse. Oh, look, no, I was wrong. He did capture the worker. Haha. Screw you, Poland. That worker's going to be mine. We're just going to have a shitload of workers. You know what? Just buy that. One reason to buy that, that's even more than the resource, is that we now have a complete unobscured view of the road, which is pretty important for security reasons. Alright, very good. That's not our problem. I wonder if the Polish settlers are getting captured. Oh, look. The French did put a city there. Remember that place I said might be kind of a good city position, and then I'm like, nah, it's actually crap. Well, the French, they went and did it. So, hooray for France. We're good friends, but still, they're silly. Ife wants Jerusalem bullied. Well, that's not going to happen. Salt connected for Kabul. So we got a cultural boost, which is nice because that means we're going to be getting rationalism a little bit sooner than we would have otherwise. Skirting around the edges of Zululu. Zululu? I added an extra syllable there. But yeah, we're going to work those two tiles next. And when this guy gets done, he'll work that tile. We're really going to pound this city into shape. It's going to be quite glorious. Tile improvements are costing us a lot. But actually no, they're not costing us very much at all compared to our units, that is. The Forbidden Palace of London. Okay. Yep, we're all friends. Let's click on it. Is it London? Or is it somewhere else? Hard to tell sometimes, but yeah. We have no wonders. We have no city-state allies. We're not that glorious. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're all friends. But yeah, look how huge their borders are. They win full tradition and full liberty. That's kind of crazy. But altogether, not a completely invalid strategy for some things. Venice, of course, went tradition. They didn't go full tradition. But look at the pretty vast land that their capital has. Yeah, we're friends. And friends let each other visit their lands. You know, you don't go to your friend's house and you say, "Oh, hello, Susie, can I come in?" And she's like, "No." Slams the door. I mean, if she does that, she's probably not much of a friend, right? Yeah, poor Almaty. They have been crushed. Ooh. Happy, happy. Oh, where are you going? The Byzantines are finally settling a new city. Where it will be, that's a good question. Whether it will get there, you know, the AI needs to learn to escort their units. Because so many workers and settlers keep getting captured, that is kind of silly. Oh, where are you going? Nope, mine. Oh, so wonderful to be able to do all that. I was tempted to leave that encampment there to see if anyone else spawned, but nah, we're not gonna get too silly with it. We literally have more workers than we have jobs for them to do. You're building production. I know a farm could be good, but production is more pertinent to that location. Trust me on that. Yeah, we're all good. They're sending a trebuchet, the Babylonians, that is. Sistine Chapel of Paris, I think. I think it is. I think it flashes on the screen when you actually click on it, or when it actually happens. But if you miss it, you don't see it, and you don't get to see it again. It's a little freeze frame bonus. Just seeing if any of these jerks have captured any more cities, but no, they've been holding at their current levels. Meanwhile, this war drags on, but it's the only war. Remember the Polish-Roman War that happened some time ago and nothing ever came of it? Poland, whoa! We very abruptly have 2 new Polish cities that are almost completely useless. I don't know what they're... I mean, I'm glad they're there and not on my road, but still. What are the Poles thinking? Are they just filling space? That's what a lot of their settlement tends to go towards. So there's basically 3 parts of Poland. There's what I like to call Poland proper, here in Eastern Europe. There's the northern Poland, which is up here in the frozen north. Then there is Eastern Poland, which is out here in useless territory, except for Gdansk. Okay, Corinth is growing. Its production is better than some. I mean, St. Petersburg is still balls after all this time. In fact, Yekaterinburg has almost caught up with it, which is a wild thought. But it's a very good city with lots of production. Yeah, I don't know about that road. I really don't. You can go here, although I'm not sure how much we can do to a tundra tile. Alright, you're still going to protect the north, even though the need for... Oh, look, our trebuchet is ready. So we'll put it along the Polish road. Or, well, not the Polish road, but near Poland, just in case we need him. Oh yes, we can see where it is in Paris when we click on it. Forget what I said before about not being able to do such a thing. Oh man, by the way, they do have... He does have his harbor, right? So yeah, as soon as St. Petersburg Harbor's done, we will have those 2 cities connected. It's growing fast, but there's a couple of farms. It's not... No, Rome, we do not want to fight Poland. I mean, it would be nice to be able to... Whoa. Persia, you want to fight Poland. I kind of feel that if they do, they would stand to lose this city. But Persia is much stronger than Poland, although they're very far away. So yeah, Poland seems to be losing in popularity amongst people in this world. But we still like him, because look at all that trade. 5 Polish trade routes, 1 Mongolian, 2 Babylonian, and 1 English. That's what the doctor ordered. Ooh. Well, I already have all the horses I need, and you're completely broke. So we will shop around. See who wants to buy any. But yeah, the Polish, we're still friends. And our trade routes have been very stable. We have 2 with Rome, 1 with Poland, 1 with Byzantium, and 1 with England. And it's been that way for a long time. Aesthetics. We can't build that, obviously. Napoleon has built it. Opera House. Irrelevant to us. A faith purchase. The monastery has been bought in Yekaterinburg. which of course gives us all that stuff. We got some tourism going on, so we pretty much know how many monasteries we have. We have 5 of them because of the tourism. Of course. Oh wow! Surprisingly, it's up to 25% just from that. But if we look at cultural victory, we will see. Yeah, wow, we're 5th in culture victory, and we're not even trying. That's pretty cool. Well, it turns out that Poland and France are the cultural centers of the world. Really, you know, Venice is pretty good too, and Ethiopia is strong. Now, if we go down to Poland, yeah, look at that. They're familiar in that. So, where are they with us? Popular. Holy crap! No wonder they want to trade with us. They get 2 extra science when they trade with us. So, yeah, they're going to be influential over us at some point. That might be a little bit disheartening in war because, like, our kids are listening to Polish music and they're wearing Polish pants and all that stuff. Not sure what Polish pants would exactly be, but they're wearing them. Okay. There's no reason for you to be there anymore. Yeah, get down there and fix up that terrain. Alright, let's check to see if everything is still how it once was. Yeah, we've had remarkable stability. Right now, we're balanced with Poland when it comes to tech, but they're still getting that +2 from their influence over us, which I don't mind, because it makes them trade with us, so that's kind of good. Novgorod to London. Let's do it. Keep it up, yeah. When are we going to get a new trade route, by the way? No time soon, apparently. Not until we get to biology, which won't be... It'll probably be like 3 or 4 episodes before we get there, even at the rate we're going. Ooh, we got a tech boost. Excellent. We'll have to re-up that deal if we can, if it's still appropriate to do so. At 20 turns until that tile is ours. Or that tile, it's hard to know. Yep, we are friends with Korea. Arabia and Korea are friends. Even though we don't have a friendship treaty, we're still on friendly terms, and I guess that's enough. Novgorod was flashing. I guess it's because we just established this trade route. Okay. So yes, in France, signed a new research agreement. That's the one thing when you have like a ton of money. Like maybe Venice doesn't, but other people. Oh yeah. We're still gonna keep buying your incense. For example, like Persia, they'd be able to sign a new research agreement every 2 or 3 turns. No, we're not going to invade our friend, you silly goose. I think the total needed for research agreements is up to 450 now. Oh, we are friends with Kabul. Almost forgot about that. Still an important friendship. Hey, our city grew. 2 cities grew. Oh look, we've bought every monastery that we can. So 7 cities minus 2 that are not Catholic. So it's time to go for mosques. We can still buy military units with faith, but it's not efficient. Tbilisi has grown. Very nice. And let's see. The borders have grown. Well, that's useful because he's going to be there. And Yekaterinburg has grown. all of the big cities. It's gonna be a reasonable sized city at some point. Oh man, let's just check in to see how long what's going on here. Oh yeah, the workboat is now being built. Ethikarin. We can do our little look-see around here. Oh look, another Polish worker. Hey, hi Rome. You have trebuchets here. Rome has a lot of production, but I imagine they struggle for food. Well, I don't have to imagine, look at that. The French are trading with them a lot. And Athens still is one city, and they have 31 techs. Although, to be fair, that's the same as Byzantium, so it's not that embarrassing, I guess. But it's still bad. So, right now, I guess the question is, what are we going to try to do? Well, basically two things are important to us. Money and science. And I don't know which one is more important, because you need money in order to make research agreements and to buy buildings and units, but you need science in order to, well, get a science victory and progress. So, but we really need, well, way back in the day, we got the food boost from Rivers. What tech was that, by the way? I forget. It was all the way back here in civil service. But when we get to fertilizer, that's going to be important. By the way, we're not very far off from getting more production from lumber mills. That's going to help us. But once we get that, that will free up more people for specialists. But yeah, we may just need to make sure that aqueducts are being built or have been built in all of our cities. See, aqueduct. Aqueduct. We need an aqueduct here. The aqueduct is under construction. We're going to put the aqueduct in the bank near the end. As far as the city, it has a ways to go, but they're planned for every city. We just need those aqueducts. Speaking of planning, we still need those 4 coliseums. We still need just 2 markets, though. So, oh, look at that. Look at how good that's going to be for our trade routes. But where is the market? Oh, it's next. So in 20-something turns, we will actually be ready for that. Toledo, holy crap. I had no idea that was down there. Well, Spanish have 5 cities. 3 are here. 1 is still unknown, but 1's way down there. That's pretty funny. Novgorod has grown and is continuing to grow very fast. Its production's kind of crappy though, but that's something that it's not going to be likely to change anytime soon. Alright, look at this little dance we can have this guy do. Yeah, Rome has an angry little military poking around in its spot, you know. Population is still below average. Okay, 18 turns until one or the other grows, so you can wait. Wait until something happens. Okay. Oh, look, we've had a shift over here. Apparently Novgorod to Canterbury is slightly better now. But Moscow to Neapolis is still the one we want to do. So that has not changed. By the way, we have a caravanserai in the city, right? Yeah, we do. But let's take a look here. I mean, it's mostly Odessa and Moscow. But, yeah, I don't think any other city really needs one. Do we have one in, no, we don't have one here. But I don't think it's a priority. Surprised we don't have a granary, though. That's pretty inexpensive, so we're going to bump that up to here. Okay, you just hang out there. Oh yeah, we can build farms on Tundra. That's pretty important to know. It actually makes it worthwhile to build on them. Prague threatened Rome? No, Rome threatened Prague, I mean. That's rude of them.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with England?
Can you do better than that?
That's unacceptable.
Oh, fine. Fine. Beggars can't be choosers, and we don't have customers for all of our truffles, so we'll allow them a discount, even though they're kind of dicks. So they are providing us with good trade. Still surprised nobody's gobbled up any of this area. We're not going to. There's no reason. But yeah, I think we're pretty much not going to make any more settlers. Also, I think one more turn is going to be all that we do. So we've had very slow, it could even be argued painfully slow improvements. But I'm enjoying this immensely. I don't know if you are. I don't know if anyone's watching. But if you're watching and you're enjoying this, you know, I just want to say, thumbs up to you. Wow, we have 9 sources of truffles in our empire. Okay, oh, we get to look at happiness. Genghis is less happy than us, but we're the second most unhappy people, but everyone else is really happy. I can't believe they're happy with that many cities. That's just nuts. But let's scroll up to the top, and wow, Ethiopia, they're just walking around beaming brim to brim. 74 happiness. I don't even think I've ever had happiness that high, ever. I don't even know how you get happiness that high, but they have it. Lumber mill. Yeah, we're gonna go sailing with our scout. Archer. Oh yeah. Work on upgrading you. It's going to take 2 steps. And we're going to build that encampment. So now we have all sorts of people working in Yekaterinburg. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the episode. So I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been great fun. And I'll see you all very soon. So, good night.